You want to talk about it? I'd rather laugh about it. Let's get a little dark about it.
On the Traumedy Show.
Welcome to the Traumedy Show. I'm your co-host, Rachel Wilford.
And I'm your other co-host, Megan Wilford.
And Megan just called me a bitch for having all of my Christmas shopping done already.
Yeah, it's December 2nd. What the hell? That was my initial gut reaction, like unfiltered, you bitch.
Yeah, it was even more of like a guttural scream.
It was,
really initially. I'm sorry, Traumedians, that I robbed you of that because I hadn't pressed record quite yet when I let her know that I was finished with all of my Christmas shopping.
It's just...
I have always been an overachiever. We know this.
And I'm the last minute-er, and I get anxiety about it, and I wait until the 23rd.
I think this is like a little amalgamation of my tisms, is that I'm, one, an overachiever. Two, I'm really into gift giving. And always have been. It's very important to me. Three, my unemployment has just finished. So I need to really maximize those savings. Like me getting money for having been let go from RevDoc.
Right.
I am no longer getting that financial compensation from the government. So
ridiculous.
I said, hello, Black Friday. Hello, Cyber Monday. I will make sweet, sweet love to your savings.
I'm impressed you're even like honestly getting gifts.
I have to.
I know.
How could I not?
I don't know. Like my family sent a big group chat out being like, hey, because my whole family's going to be home for Christmas for all my siblings are going to be there. Didn't I tell you that?
Even Lauren?
Yeah.
And Whoa. Okay.
For the first time, my entire family will be together since my brother's wedding, and he is now divorced.
Yeah.
So
couple of divorcees coming home for Christmas.
The divorced siblings.
Wait, that's crazy. I didn't realize that they were all coming.
So we're all going to be there, but my parents were like, hey, money's tight. Please don't get us anything. And I think I probably still will. But I'm going to do little gifts. I think. I don't know. It's expensive out there.
I tried to keep it to like kind of a $50 range for like every person. Yeah. But I have a lot of people that I'm shopping for. Yeah. I'm one of 4 children. So I have my 2 brothers and my sister. I have both of my parents. I have Bullseye. I have you. I have Bullseye's parents. And like a couple of our friends I know are going to get us stuff. So I need to get them stuff. And it really adds up.
Yeah.
So I went
to
get all the deals.
I haven't even thought about it.
Well, one of your Christmas presents just came yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know I'm not trying to put the pressure on you, but I kind of got you good shit.
Dang. You are really good at giving gifts.
I'm really good at getting gifts.
You are, but you're really good at giving gifts.
Yes.
I have ideas. I need to implement them.
Yeah.
Well,
there's
congrats.
still time, Thelonious.
I know. Is that your tiny triumph? Yeah, we're bringing back the triumph and tragedy.
Yeah, that should be my tiny triumph.
Your tiny triumph. You're done with Christmas shopping.
That's my tiny triumph.
December 2nd.
My other tiny triumph I was thinking of previously was that I have a job interview on Thursday.
Yay!
But I don't want to jinx it. I've had so many interviews at this point. Yeah. And nothing's panned out. But a couple tiny triumphs there. And then my tiny trauma is hopefully I don't have skin cancer on my head.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no. How did the appointment go?
Okay. So backtracking, I have that skin that just like burns and freckles. I've had to have things removed off.
We're cursed with like terrible skin.
I get it from my dad. Our dad's
our mutual bloodline.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I have so many moles and freckles, and I should be getting more removed.
It's terrible. It's not fun. I'm so used to it at this point, so it doesn't really faze me all that much. But like, it was a couple months ago. I think I was just like scratching my head because it felt good. And I think I like went weird on this one spot. And then all of a sudden it was like I had this scab that was like growing and I can't see it myself. So I'm always asking Bullseye to look at it. And he's like taking pictures of it for me. So I have like all these weird like bloody pictures as this thing has like now kind of morphed into this thing that has multiple like lumps.
Hemorrhoids.
It kind of looks like a hemorrhoid on my head a little bit, actually. Like
I'm watching Stranger Things right now, and I'm
though.
also picturing like all of the gross.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of like that. I can.
Did you
post
watch
a picture
the new,
if you guys want?
the
But
new
you probably
episodes?
don't. No, I haven't yet.
God. Okay,
yeah,
but
I'm not
yeah,
caught up. Ooh. Trending trauma.
Yeah, we'll give
Stranger.
It's so good.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm picturing some sort of like gross, like Demogorgon bile or something.
I mean, actually, yeah, that's kind of the perfect way to describe it. And so I've been worried about it because I'm like, I know how this goes. And Bullseye has been getting progressively more worried about it. But the most recent time I had him look at it, he was like, well, because before he was like, dude, I think it's growing. Like, I think you need to go get it looked at. And I'm like,
no.
Great. The most recent time I had him look at it was like a week ago. And he was like, it looks like it's getting better. But I had already set an appointment and I was like, I'm going to for sure go get it checked. So anyway, I went to the appointment with my primary care doctor today. And what I didn't realize was, so Bullseye texted me this morning, this whole long message of like, I love you so much. Like your doctor's appointment's going to go great. Like I didn't realize he was this worried about it. Okay. Is like the preface to the story.
Oh my God.
So I go
and this is so funny because we're also going through all of these appointments to see if Washington Boy has cancer.
Oh, great. Oh my God. Tiny cancer reporter. Great. Yay. Oh my God.
You guys couldn't be more alike.
Yay. Fuck. Yeah. So he's like, sends me this text. I go to my appointment, but when I'm on my way to my appointment, he texts, oh no, he's texted me earlier. What time's your appointment? And then when I'm on my way to my appointment, we haven't been talking. He's like, love you. It's like a heart.
That's so sweet.
When I was on the phone with him for his lunch break, he's like, I'm thinking about just coming home at 3 so I can go to the appointment with you. And I was like, you don't need to do that. It's okay. Like stay at work, get your stuff done.
Wait, why is he me? Because I went to every appointment with Washington.
Yeah. He's like so worried. I didn't realize he was this worried about it.
Oh my God.
And so then I go to my appointment. He texts me when I'm on my way.
Freaking you out more.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
I'm like, okay.
Should I be writing a will? Like,
super concerned, literally. So it was really sweet. So I go and I have this appointment and she looks at this spot on my head. Oh. You good?
Fine. My dog is just being a dumb bitch. Okay, continue.
She looks at the spot on my head and she's like, okay, I think we can just freeze this off. And I was like, oh,
gross.
But okay, you don't think it needs to be biopsied? And she's like, I don't think so. Like sun doesn't hit your head in that space. Sun doesn't hit your head like where that is. So I'm not too worried about it. We'll freeze it. If it does grow back, that's when we need to be worried about it and biopsy it. And I was like, okay, fair. Yeah. That's a fair approach. So we were going to do it right then and there, but then she realized she was out of the freeze stuff.
Damn.
And so I have to go back next week and redo my PAP because they didn't get enough of like a sample when I did it a couple months ago.
And redo your PAP?
So I'm going to go fucking freeze my head next Tuesday and get a second PAP in a couple months.
What a fun day.
Yeah, I
couldn't imagine anything.
Oh, next Tuesday,
better.
Just keep me in your thoughts and prayers.
Oh my
I'm going to be going through, really fun things
Can
in my
I
body.
see it?
Yeah. Do you want? I have a picture of it when it was at its worst.
Okay.
It's kind of hard. I have to like kind of part my hair and stuff, but I'll show you. Anyway, so then I get done with my appointment and Bullseye has just been like sending me reels this whole time. I'm like, you're not even working. So I text him and
how could he work under these conditions?
I didn't know it was this bad. I text him like, hey, this is what happened. Like, I'm going to go get it taken care of next week, blah, blah, blah. He texts me back and he's like, I'm just sitting here crying at my desk. Like, I'm so relieved for now. Like I just love you so much. I'm so glad it wasn't anything worse. I was like, I didn't realize you were this worried. He's like, I'm just sitting here crying. He's sending me all these like crying emojis. like he thought I was gonna die.
Oh my God.
I know. So, dude, my fiance was very freaked out about the spot on my head.
He's not used to weird skin lesions.
No, he also like doesn't go to the doctor like that. So I think it just like, even the fact that I had to go to the doctor for something. These men are so like
they're so doctor avoidant. It's
very doctor avoidant. He hates the doctor.
I have gone to the doctor for more rashes than I can like.
Oh yeah.
I was not worried at all that your head thing was cancer. I never have once thought that.
Yeah.
But I have gone to every appointment with Washington as he's got this gnarly lump behind his ear.
Right.
And also one in his neck. They already determined the neck one is benign. It's just like, I don't even know. I can't think of what it's called, like a fatty deposit. So he's going to get that removed, but he had to get a full on X-ray, ET scan,
ET phone home,
an ET phone home scan, and then a biopsy and all of this shit to make sure this one behind his ear wasn't cancer.
Yeah.
And I have been pretty like I'm not freaking out.
What's crazy is I have a lump behind my ear.
Dude, it's so weird.
Yeah. Okay. We're the same right now.
I know.
Anyway, continue.
But I'm definitely not freaking out, and I genuinely don't think it's cancer, but I am the one who forced him to go to the doctor about it though.
Yeah, 100% rightfully so.
You have insurance. But I have gone to every appointment with him because he is so afraid of the doctor and gets anxious about it. And we go get ice cream after, and it's like
a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. But that's so precious that he
Yeah.
Milk that, dude.
Yeah.
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 Like, oh, yeah.
It was so hard.
I can't make dinner today.
So
I'm just really shaken up about my head hemorrhoid.
Yeah. My headroid. It really is like a little Demogorgon growth. Yeah. So
I'm so sorry. I've had to get a wart frozen off before.
On your head?
Not on my head. But
I had to get a wart frozen off before too.
Yeah, what's up with warts?
It's not great. Maybe that's like, I don't know what it is.
Maybe it is a wart.
Maybe it's some kind of growth.
I had a terrible wart. I still have a scar from it on my right thumb when I was in college.
I remember that actually.
It was like a year long, and I was always putting Band-Aids on it. Trigger warning the whole first
yeah.
It's kind of too late to trigger warning now. But I had to get it frozen off multiple times. And the only other time I had a wart was on the inside of my hand when I was like in second grade. It's just so weird. Like it's some sort of virus.
It's something. We'll find out. Well, or maybe we won't. It'll just be a mystery Demogorgon growth, or it's something I have to get biopsied. So
maybe a little mini Demogorgon is going to like pop out of it like an alien or
Polonius. I cannot. I do not have the bandwidth for a tiny alien to pop out of my head right now.
Yeah, that'd be a lot.
I can't. It's the holidays.
You could probably report it on your taxes as a dependent.
Oh my God, you're right. Okay.
Tax season coming up.
That would be best case scenario, I guess. If this does happen, I can claim my little Demogorgon growth on my taxes.
Yeah.
Get a little tax break. I could use that right now. Okay. All right. It's sounding like a sweeter deal than it was initially.
We have a plan for the worst case scenario.
And that's all we can ask for is just to be prepared for the worst when you have a growth on your head.
Speaking of tax season, are you guys going to get legally married?
Yes, we are planning to do that, but
is that something you're not going to talk about on the podcast?
Figure out when. No, it's fine. We can talk about it. Yeah, well, because
you got like 3 weeks.
I know. Yeah, we need to kind of get going on that. I looked into it a little bit. It is something you can just be like, oh, go do it the day of. Yeah, we do plan to do that because our wedding in Mexico is out of the country. So it's just ceremonial. We have to get legally married here regardless. We might as well, be fiscally responsible with it and do it before the year's over so that we can get a tax break for 2025.
Yes, because if you guys remember when I was talking about my divorce, if you're legally married at least one day of this year, your entire year you get to say you report married income and your taxes will be less. So you will get probably a refund.
Is this your biggest tip for people who are getting married?
Yes.
This is your biggest tip.
Big
for people who are looking to get married.
Tax tip and divorce tip. If you because that was my issue last year. I didn't get legally divorced until mid-August, and I didn't change my withholding in my salary until like August, September. But that entire year, I was supposedly paying single taxes, which are way more than if they were married. I can't remember why or how to calculate it, but ask ChatGPT. But yeah, that's when I was like, well, fuck, I better get married, which we won't. We'll do that next year. If Washington Boy and I aren't married by the end of next year, I would do the same thing.
I love that this is like both a marriage and a divorce hack. I feel like there aren't many that are the same.
Yeah.
That go hand in hand.
Yeah. Like if you are about to finalize your divorce and it's near the end of the year, wait until the beginning of the next year. For sure. Don't do it now. If you don't do it now, it's December.
Until January 1st.
Yep.
Keep that tax break for 2025 for being married.
1,000%.
Yeah. So, I mean, still leave your husband, but just don't file until January 1st. Get to safety, but then financially, 2026, it's going to be your year.
Because the government just wants to reward you for getting married because they want us to procreate and have babies and all the things, but then they don't. Like, it's just insane because when you're single, it's harder to afford stuff.
Yeah.
And you have to pay more taxes.
Yeah. And if the government's listening, just fast forward through this part.
Dude, I owed like $6,000 or $8,000 or something on my taxes last year. It was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you think I've been trying to get married so many times?
Okay, so you're looking into maybe getting married in the next few weeks.
Yeah. Yes. We're looking into doing that, but we need to figure it out. And the weekends are just filling up. My mom's like, we're going bowling. We're going to the boat parade. I'm like, Mom, I gotta get married. Can you hold your horses?
Watch it be just like a random like Tuesday night after you go to the gym. Like, let's just go.
I gotta get married. I gotta find time to get married in the next few weeks.
It's like, it makes so much fiscal sense, but it's wild.
Well, thank God I already got my Christmas shopping done so I can go get married.
Just add it to the list of things to do. Birth the Demogorgon out of your head. Oh. Get married.
Oh my God.
Get a pap
smear. Is this what Santa feels like with his list that he's got to check once and then check twice?
The holidays.
Oh my God.
Well, we'd love an update on that.
Yeah. That's my tiny trauma, my tiny triumph, Thelonious. I have yapped so much. You should go.
Well, I've been right there yapping with you.
So. We're just, as always, just yappers.
Tiny triumph. I just went to Clarkson, Washington, which is a small town right next door to Lewiston, Washington, where Bullseye's from. Thank you. And I met my future husband's parents. We're not engaged yet, but the whole time it was funny. Like, I met so many, I did meet a couple people that he had slept with and it was fine. Honestly. I became really close friends with the older sister of someone he slept with.
Okay.
She listens to the podcast now.
Nice.
But anytime he met, or he introduced me to one of his friends or his family, whatever. And he's like, this is my girlfriend, Megan. She's going to be my wife. I'm proposing soon. Like, just so you know.
Nice.
Like, this is,
gotta let him know.
This is the real deal. Like, this is it or whatever. And then he also kept telling people he was proposing on January 23rd.
Oh my gosh.
Which is it was the day he slid into my DMs. And it's also a Friday and it's also 1-2-3. Okay. Which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
And he said that to me a couple times before, but then this holiday weekend, he was telling other people like, yeah, I'm proposing on January. This guy doesn't have a ring yet. I'm almost positive. And I'm just like, I don't know if it's to throw me off.
I don't think it is. I think he just doesn't have a filter and just can't surprise, I guess.
No. And like, part of me is like, okay, I love that about him. This is the man I choose to, like, it's sweet that he can't surprise. He gets too excited. He can't surprise. He doesn't have a filter. And he just likes to be like, this is the plan.
And that's wholesome.
And it's wholesome. But also I'm like, okay, I'd maybe like some mystery.
Yeah.
Okay. And
a little bit of surprise for our engagement.
And then leading up to it, it's like, what if he doesn't get a ring in time or something? And then
he's hyped up the day so much.
Right.
And it, like, can't work out.
And then is it going to just be like, okay, we're going to dinner. It's January 23rd.
Oh,
like,
God.
I'm kind of stressed about it, to be honest.
Oh, no.
And I'm just, I feel.
Well, yeah, because he set the expectation now. Like, not only do you know the month, you know the day. Yes. So it's like, okay, I know exactly when it's happening.
Well, of course, I'm already looking up wedding venues and shit because I'm like, okay, if you're telling me you're proposing January 23rd, well, I better get like, so my whole feed, well, really it's wedding rings. And I've been really looking at wedding rings, which has been fun because it's going to be a decade since I first got married. So it was, literally, I was 21 when I got engaged the first time. And I am now 31, almost 32. So it's been some time. Budgets are better to buy rings. And my ex-husband like bought my previous ring for like $300 at JCPenney on like Black Friday. Yeah. It's like we had no money. We were so broke. And like I never really had like a ring. And I know that the diamond market is kind of we're only going to get a lab grown diamond and all these things, but it's fun to be like, oh, I've never had a dream ring. Like, what's my style? Like an actual grown-up diamond. And I've been sending him reels and posts, and he's saving it to a future wifey Instagram folder. So he's got that. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see if I get engaged that day.
Stay tuned for January 23rd.
All the Traumedians are going to be like, all right, it's the 23rd.
Waiting for Megan's post. And
I don't have any qualms talking about it on the podcast because he told the entire town of Clarkson.
Well, yeah, it's no secret.
He's proposing the 23rd.
Yeah, so I guess we're telling the world.
So I guess that's my triumph. And I met his mom and dad. They're divorced. His dad is not in the best health, but it was still really nice to meet him. And his mom liked me. She said so at the end of the trip. She was like, I was worried I wasn't going to like you, but...
Why was she worried she wasn't going to like you?
I don't know. I just kind of slipped out. And I was like, I don't know.
What was she like?
She was great. We drank a lot of wine. We smoked a lot of weed together.
Okay.
Like she just honestly was a chiller, and Washington Boy golfed so much every day, at least 18 holes. So I hung out with his mom and his aunts quite a bit, and we were playing rummy. So you say it? We were playing rummy.
So you were hanging out with them by yourself while he was golfing. Okay.
Yep. There's one time I went to observe 9 holes, and I was like, this is so fucking cold. Like he's golfing in 30-degree weather. It's like, feels like 30. It's actually 40, but in a sweatshirt and pants. Insane. Yeah. But it's just his tradition. He always does with all of these friends that he's had since high school, some of them elementary. It's really cool to actually go back to a small town like that, because literally everywhere we went, grocery store, bar, restaurant, there was someone that he knew. And it was like, this is my girlfriend. I'm proposing to her January 23rd. And he'll be like, oh yeah, I dated that girl in high school. Or it was just like, oh, this is my buddy from way back. But yeah, he was golfing a lot. And that's, I guess, what they always do when he goes back home, because the golf courses are the best. So spent a lot of time with his mom, but we got to know each other. We watched Stranger Things together. I don't know. We drank and smoked a lot, which was really, and she's just a chiller in that, like, she says fuck and doesn't care. And it's just a pretty low key. And she has a really cute little old chihuahua named Coco. And Coco and Peach were the best of friends. And it was fun for Peach to have time in a real house with the space. At one point, his aunt came and brought 2 giant pit bulls. And Peach was not okay for like a day. Oh. But over time, she was brave and made friends.
That's good.
But yeah, that was kind of, we went to a very dive bar country karaoke place. I think you had said you'd been there, or maybe.
I don't remember.
It's called Cantor's.
They all look kind of the same.
Yeah. It was like everyone was singing country music for karaoke. And it was like, people knew your fiance. We'd be like, oh yeah, this is Bullseye's friend from high school or whatever. Like, it was so fun to be like, oh yeah, I know him.
That's funny.
And I had anxiety picking my karaoke song because I was like, I don't know anything that this crowd is going to enjoy. Like, I can't. And I was like, I feel like the only thing I can think of right now is Wicked. And
Gotta go with what you know, Thelonious.
My boyfriend encouraged me to do it. And I was like, I feel like it's going to like piss people off. And he's like, probably, but like you should do it. And I started singing The Wizard and I. And at first it was like dead quiet in the bar because everyone was just like, what? But then I started hitting some notes and I turned the crowd.
Yeah.
That's
you
how
won them over.
That's how my boyfriend at least describes the
vibe,
the audience.
Yeah.
I was in character, so I wasn't really observing.
No.
I mean, I was Elphaba,
You were
so
performing.
I don't know. I was performing, but he said the vibe was everyone at first was like, what the fuck is this girl singing?
She clearly isn't from here.
No, I'm like in the middle of small town, like Trump country, like the wizard. But yeah, it was a fun time. I'm glad I had the experience. And his friends were like, okay, that's who you're dating. But they liked it. Yeah. And his friends were cool.
That's good.
And we drank way too much. This is more just the story of my Thanksgiving and not my tiny triumph, I'm realizing.
That's right.
But yeah, that's my triumph. My tiny trauma. I thought that Peach was going to have to get surgery.
Oh,
that was stressful.
Okay. Yeah.
It was like 2 days before we were flying to Clarkston. All of a sudden she gets really sick and throws up. Like the throw up was the size of her. Like, I don't know how all of that came out, and she was bloated and drooling at the mouth, and Washington was golfing. So I had to take her on my own to the emergency hospital. They weren't sure what it was. They did a little x-ray and they're like, we think there's an object in there. So she probably swallowed something. We're unclear. It's past now. She's doing a lot better, but that was very stressful because they were like, we might have to do surgery or do an endoscopy or something.
Overnight.
$3,000 later, which insurance is covering like 80% of it. So it's plus a little bit less. I don't know. It's not an actual $3,000 bill, but it is crazy. I feel like my animals are always having some massive bill, something going on. Like,
luckily, Zelda has not had a thing in a little while.
Well, the whole time we were in Clarkston for Thanksgiving, he was throwing up every meal.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. So, nope.
Yeah. Just kidding.
And even yesterday when we came home, finally, he couldn't keep down any food. And I was like, great. Okay. So I'm going to have to go to the vet tomorrow for my cat. But I think it was just stress.
Probably.
Because now he was able to eat food today and he seems to be doing better.
Oh my.
But I think he was just so
that you weren't home anymore. Oh my
I think so.
Yikes.
My animals just always are throwing up. And then whenever Zelda throws up, Peach tries to eat it.
Yeah.
And
I don't know what that's about.
I don't know.
Why dogs want to just throw up and the poo.
And then I just kiss him on the mouth.
Yes, and then you make out with her.
Not directly after she eats vomit.
How would you know?
But those are my tiny triumph, tiny trauma. Also my Thanksgiving summary. Mm-hmm. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. Not all that much to report. We had family come over. Bullseye and I were really hungover, mostly me, because we had gone out the night before with Dre and her new boyfriend. And I was like, oh yeah, it's like the night before Thanksgiving. It'll probably be really busy out because everybody's home. Not really thinking about it like from my perspective of like everybody's home. I'm going to be seeing a lot of people that I know. Like I don't know why I just didn't think about that. But then everywhere we went, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's this person from high school, this person from high school. And we went to Mulligan's, our local bar, and played pool. And as soon as I walked in, like friend Sophia came up to me and was talking to me. As soon as I was done talking with her, all of a sudden my friend Lucas was like, hey, and let me buy you guys shots, like whatever. I just was like running into so many people and it was fun. And we played pool with them and it was good. And then ended up just having too much to drink. So then I was down for the count for the morning of Thanksgiving.
Something about that feels right though. Like as much as we've grown up, we will still always we'll have our moments where we get shit-faced on the night before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You have to.
You have to. But at the same time, as I was, puking at my pasta at 5 a.m, I was like, I can't be doing this anymore. I'm not built for this anymore.
You have to, but also maybe slightly.
Maybe I need to stop mixing my alcohols. Like,
Yeah.
I had wine at dinner, and then I had a cocktail at Jane and an espresso martini, and then I went to Mulligan's and Lucas bought me a shot of tequila, and I had a June Shine. Like, so many alcohols.
We
can do
a little better than that, maybe.
Yeah. I can do better than
New Year's
that.
resolution.
New Year's resolution.
Let's not mix our alcohols so much.
Yeah, like I just need to stick to one or two and then I'll be better. But yeah, that didn't sound great. But it's fine. It was a holiday. Yeah. And then Pulse's like pouring me a glass of wine on Thanksgiving. And I'm like, I just don't know if I can do this. Did you not drink on Thanksgiving? I think I had a sip and I was like, I think that's enough for me. A little hair of the dog at 5 p.m.
Good for you. I think I only had maybe 2 glasses of wine on Thanksgiving because I was so like not doing well either. I guess 2 glasses of wine doesn't even, that's like a normal, I don't know.
I know. This is the portion of the podcast where Megan and I grapple with, do we have a drinking problem? No.
2 glasses of wine on Thanksgiving seems
that's reasonable.
That seems more than reasonable.
That's tame.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, my shit was degenerate. All the alcohols I just listed out.
Well, Wednesday, I too, I didn't get into it, but I too mixed a lot of alcohols and I made our Uber drive through Taco Bell.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, it was so good. And like small town
Taco Bell.
Oh my God. This was literally the best Taco Bell I've ever had.
Hell yeah.
And like small town Ubers, I was drunk. So I was just like, tell me your life story as I eat my potato taco. And like, we got deep in and it was the best Taco Bell I'd ever had.
Hell yeah.
So I do.
Taco Bell hits, bro.
Why is it so good?
It's so good. We should say our Taco Bell orders. I get a Crunchwrap Supreme and a Doritos Locos Taco.
Okay.
And I also want to say I didn't know the beauty and the deliciousness of Taco Bell until recently because Bullseye's big into Taco Bell.
100%.
And I never have been until like the last few months. And I'm like, oh.
That is my exact experience. It was literally once Washington Boy moved here, but especially in the last few months. I'm like, oh.
Why have we never given Taco Bell a chance before?
I don't know. I always just was like, well, because I used to be healthy and avoid fast food in general.
Yes.
But I'm vegetarian too, and I didn't realize there was so many options. The potato tacos at Taco Bell are actually so good. So good. And with the hot sauce that is basically mild, but the Taco Bell hot sauce is so good.
So good.
The cheese quesadillas.
Dude, yes.
They're really good.
Hit.
They're good. And I get that. I get a potato taco. Usually that's all I do, but sometimes I'll do just a bean and cheese burrito. It's so simple, but I don't know. It's so good. And I get a Diet Coke with it. And then they also have, I could do like a black bean Crunchwraps bean. Blah, blah, blah. Black bean, bean.
The bag to bean.
But typically I just do potato tacos and a grilled cheese.
Oh my God. Yeah. If you're listening to this right now on Spotify, please comment on the episode your Taco Bell order.
Please.
Just spam it with your Taco Bell order. Because I feel like there are so many things at Taco Bell that I haven't tried.
Yeah.
Because I know what I like and I'm like, I want those things, but I'm also down to branch out and try something else if it's like
I've heard
amazing.
That the nacho fries are really good.
Oh, they sound good.
Yeah.
I've had the little churro.
The cinnamon twist things.
The cinnamon twists.
And they also just do like cheesy potatoes or something. Like you can get the potatoes as a side as well.
Oh my God. I think I'm getting Taco Bell for dinner.
What? I can't. I feel so monstrous after this week.
That's fair.
Like my toilet is not happy.
I feel that too.
I have to go grocery shopping today and buy vegetables.
Oh.
But maybe I'll also just get like a potato taco.
Maybe you will.
For
your travels. We're going to transition now into talking about a trending trauma that also is related to what we're doing right now.
I know our podcast has so shifted into kind of like engagement wedding categories.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's what our lives are.
Whereas before it was like, I got cheated on and you cheated. Ah.
Let's hope for our own sakes it doesn't go back to that. Anyway, though, introduce your topic.
Okay. So, Taylor Swift's bachelorette plans apparently got leaked. And she wants to have like 3 or 4 different bachelorettes, which is so crazy. And also I'm such a hypocrite for saying that because I've now had 2 bachelorettes and am planning 2 more. Literally.
It'll be 4.
It'll be 4. And okay, hear me out. I don't want to sound like a snob. We know this. I was engaged 2 times. The first bachelorette was in San Diego and it was already planned, but the Wolf and I had already broken up. So we just did a girls' weekend because it was already planned. Yeah. It was so fun.
It was.
The second bachelorette, I was still planning to get married and we went to Tulum. And
because we were like, okay, the first one was more local.
Yeah.
And it was like a fun weekend. We got an Airbnb. The second one, we were more grown up.
We were going like, international.
Let's do a big trip. And everybody had agreed.
Yeah.
We weren't like financially pressuring anyone.
I really tried to keep it like not extravagantly expensive by any means. Like,
I mean, we balled out a little bit.
We did ball out.
Yeah.
We did ball out, but it wasn't Taylor Swift style crazy by any means. And then, you know, of course, we know the story. The Wolf tries to cheat on me on my bachelorette. I had already had some inklings of things. And then I go home and my whole life blows up. So I've now had 2 bachelorettes under my belt and 0 marriages. Now I'm engaged again. And this time, Bullseye and I are having a destination wedding. So we're planning to do like a joint bachelor and bachelorette a couple days before the wedding in Puerto Vallarta with everybody. We're all going to be traveling anyway. Like, let's just do it at the same spot.
Yeah.
And with everybody there. And he and I want to be together anyway. So yeah, we're not going to have everybody do a separate trip and everything, but it's going to be super fun. And then the other one that we're planning is Lord Farquaad's eligible bachelorette. And everybody, I'm going to be dressing up as Lord Farquaad, and everybody else is going to be dressing up as princesses.
Yep.
And we're going to just go around town and do crazy things. And I'm going to have a bridal Lord Farquaad outfit that I need to create with a veil.
I'm so excited. I was thinking like in our little bridal group chat, like if anyone would be like, wow, we're also doing this, or there's so many things, or like the bridal shower and et cetera. And like, we also have some other, like my birthday party, Nicole's birthday party. But then I was like, dude, this is the most fun idea I could possibly.
It's pretty epic.
And I started,
all of our friends are down bitches.
I know.
There's no way.
And I started a new group chat without you because I want there to be some surprise of what we all dress up as.
Yeah.
I can assure you the vibes are popping off. Most people have already selected who they're going to be. And I have some ideas, but it's just honestly, as far as like me throwing a bachelorette for you, this is like my dream event.
For sure.
I'm like, there's a theme. There's cosplay. It's
very
Shrek
social media
related.
friendly.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to go viral.
Oh, how could we not? We don't even have to try.
And it's just going to be debauchery and mayhem as we're in costume amongst people who are not in costume. They're just regular.
Which is just my favorite thing.
The attention we're going to get, Bonias. Yeah, we're really excited.
Yes.
And we've never seen this theme done before.
Unless Taylor Swift does it first.
There's no way. If Taylor Swift swoops me, I swear to God. Or
if she does she's too classy to do anything like costume related.
No. So apparently they're going to have one in New York, one in Nashville, one in Italy, and one in the Bahamas. Which like, I would assume most of her friends are like pretty rich, but also
She has to be paying for everything.
She's gotta be. She's a bajillionaire.
Do we know when the wedding's going to be?
I don't know.
Because that's also like that's a lot of trips.
That's a lot of trips
to plan and to get everyone.
And these girls are busy.
Dude, Taylor Swift probably has an entire team planning just the bachelorettes.
You're so right.
You know, like she's not doing it. She has someone who's like coordinating the travel, paying it, like booking all of it. Mm-hmm. So if I were Taylor Swift, also this is fine. Like she's finally getting married, and this, I would totally go all out too.
Yeah,
it's maybe fair. Not 4.
Maybe not 4 if she's paying. For sure. You do you, boo. But yeah, and I can't even talk. I can't even speak on the subject because look at me doing the fucking same thing. And I love counting. Not paying for all of these things because I can't afford
Between
to.
The two of us, like 4 weddings.
4 weddings, 4 engagements, 6 bachelorettes.
I had 2 bachelorettes.
You did?
Well, they were really low key. Like, they were very
7 bachelorettes.
That was like my first one. We were literally still in college, and me and 3 friends got like a Airbnb on a weekend away, in a girls' weekend. Like it was super wholesome and fun, but it was not at all. We were broke as fuck.
Yeah.
And then I think the night before my wedding in Boise, we went to out. A couple bars. Yeah. But it was
also low key and
super low key. We were broke. Nothing to what bachelorette kind of culture, bridesmaid culture has become, where we see these like huge trips and things like that.
Yeah.
Which I'm a down bitch.
I am too. And I'm excited because ours is like boys and girls all included. So
we're getting a yacht.
The bridal party. It's like just our friends that are in the bridal party. It's just going to be a big like friend free for all.
It's going to be so fun.
Which will be fun. Like everybody that we know and love.
Yeah.
And we're going to get a yacht. The boys are going to go golfing. Mm-hmm. We'll do rooftop pool. We'll go bar hopping. Just do it up. It'll be so fun. I'm like more excited about that than our wedding. I'm just kidding.
I mean,
like yes and no. It's part of it.
Right. You'll already be married.
For the wedding week. I'll already be married.
We've been talking about it so much. It feels like it's so close, but it's
not that far. It's like 130 days away or something.
Yeah.
It's 5 months.
Damn.
I know. So anyway, Taylor Swift, you have your 4 bachelorette parties because I also am having
Power
4 bachelorette parties. And that's okay. Sometimes
and normalize that.
And normalize it, you know?
Like as long as everybody's down.
Yeah. And like, okay, the financial aspect of it, like keep people's finances in mind. I'm trying to. Like I'm like Bullseye and I are gonna, sponsor quite a bit of the yacht to make it more affordable for everybody else. Cause it's like I understand people are traveling and doing the hotel and the activities and whatever. Like I know it's expensive. So yes,
keep that in mind.
Try to be somewhat reasonable and keep your
with your
finances
group
in mind.
And your friends' personal finances, how down they are.
Yeah.
Like you just have to kind of, and if a friend says,
feel it out.
Hey, I really can't afford that, then that's totally fine too. Okay. And probably other people would pitch in, or also it's okay to not do everything.
Yes.
Like there is this weird culture around the spend required on certain things. And
from like other stories that I've heard, like I'm trying to be very sensitive about it too, because obviously this isn't my first time doing this. So I'm like, I don't, want to be that bitch. But from when I like talk to other people about this, they're like, oh my God, you're being so reasonable compared to like this wedding that I was in. I had to buy 6 Amy told me she had to buy 6 bridesmaid dresses for a wedding one time that she was in because she kept sending a picture to the bride, buying it. And then the bride was like, I don't like it. And she couldn't return like half of them. I know. So I was like, okay. Like there are definitely some like bride and grooms. That live out there for sure. That's not me. I'm trying to be very reasonable and accommodating. So yeah, anyway.
I'm just going to have you all be naked.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
I'm just going to have all my bridesmaids be naked. No one needs to buy a dress.
Just walk down the aisle on your birthday suit. The cost savings.
All right. We are going to pivot back to trauma bonding segment.
It's been a minute.
I know.
We're super sorry. This one that we're about to read was sent to us in February, so we're kind of backlogged.
Yeah, we have a couple more that we need to get through, but also since now we only have a couple left, please continue to submit your trauma bondings now that we are ripping and roaring on season 3.
Yep.
So this person, I'm not going to read their name because I was not given permission to either way. But they say, hey, ladies, thanks for giving me the opportunity to message you with my story. It's been an absolute blessing to come across your podcast. I actually found it through Kimberly Worthing as I was already following her after her story, and then she appeared on your podcast. Yay.
Yay.
After you messaged me back on Instagram, I just had to share this with you. Anyway, my name is Jess. Okay. I'm 32 and I live in England with my son and 2 dogs. I love how international this podcast
I know. It's awesome.
Please forgive any spelling mistakes. It has taken a lot to write this, and I'm a terrible writer.
Aww.
I would like to share with you my story about my recent marriage breakdown. I shall start from the beginning. My ex-husband and I, Ollie, still currently married. The divorce is going through, but using ex-husband to get that in my head. Okay, wait till the beginning of next year. Well, this was in February, so I'm not sure if they're fully divorced.
Not that happens in England either.
But her ex-husband... She and her ex-husband met in college doing the same course back in September 2008, age 16 and 17, and quickly became good friends, especially through our shared love of animals. Over the next year, we spent a lot of time together. October 2009 was his 18th birthday, and we drunkenly shared our first kiss. And in December, 2 months later, he asked me to be his girlfriend. And from that moment, I had this feeling it was always going to be him from here. He was gentle, loving, and everyone loved him. He gave off vibes that he was in tune with his feminine side, shall we say, and this was actually something I really liked about him. Our college course progressed and we left college in 2011. I was living with my parents and he was spending most of the time with me there, so naturally he moved in with us. At this point, we couldn't get our own place. We just went through the next year just so inseparable, and on my birthday in April 2012, he asked me to marry him, and I couldn't get the yes out quick enough. The next few months were full of looking up wedding venues and ideas and just living in that bit of a bubble. Moving forward to July 2013, we were given the opportunity to move into a flat that was owned by my parents that had just become empty. And it worked out perfectly time-wise for us, and my parents were extremely good to us, only asking for minimal payment each month to cover the mortgage, which meant they were not making any money on it in the first place while we were there. But we quickly made it our home, and in February 2014, we brought home our first baby, a rather fluffy 8 weeks old collie pup who we called Finn. Both of us being animal mad quickly became the whole personality. So they brought home their first puppy. And he filled our time along with the wedding planning. And in June 2015, we finally married in front of all our family and friends. And it was quite honestly the most amazing day, and I adored being his wife. The next few years went by rather quickly, and in December 2018, we were lucky enough, thanks to a gift from my grandmother, to be able to afford a deposit on our first house. So we left our lovely little flat behind for more space in a house, hoping to maybe even expand our family more with our first child. I unfortunately have a condition called Turner syndrome. So I knew early on in life I wouldn't be able to have my own children without the help of a donor egg. So we spent the next few years going to various appointments, waiting on that all-important call we could start treatment. And in May 2019, we brought home another little puppy, a little 8-week-old Nova Scotia duck tolling retriever.
Way! Oh my gosh.
That's like Rachel's.
That was my dream dog. And the wolf tried to use it against me to manipulate me to get back together with him. He said he was going to adopt his own and name it Riffy, which was my nickname with my family, which was crazy. I just told Bullseye that the other night. He didn't remember that detail. I thought it was whack.
I love that. Awesome. I wonder if
they're like rare.
Even remembers that from the podcast or something.
I don't know.
So crazy.
Yeah.
So they brought home an 8-week-old. So during this process of waiting for the donor egg and everything, they brought home an 8-week-old Nova Scotia duck tolling retriever called Nova. And she settled right in with us and her big fur brother, Finn. And this took the mind off our IVF treatments. Unfortunately, after 3 rounds, which resulted in 2 early miscarriages, our fertility clinic suggested that our best option was to go abroad for treatment. So next thing we knew, we are booking a 2-week trip to Spain, with the treatment being just before we headed home. Oh, wow. This ended the same way, unfortunately, with an early miscarriage. That's devastating.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Through all of the trouble we had been through on our IVF journey, he always has been so supportive, and everyone would say how they admired us for being so strong, and it genuinely did seem to make us stronger. The next step after all of this was the natural talk of what would happen next in terms of us wanting to be parents, so we decided adoption would be something we would like to inquire about. At this point, it was during COVID, so everything was done via Zoom, and in order to just register interest in adopting, you have to attend a workshop, which we did one evening, which sat in our living room, and it felt like it was something we wanted to do. So at the end of February 2021, we sent off our first form and waited to hear back. A few weeks later, on the 14th of March, it was Mother's Day, and this naturally was a hard day for myself, but I always tried my best to keep a positive mindset early. That morning, I was awakened by Ollie's phone between our pillows by a notification. He didn't wake, but I was half asleep, and when I looked, I had noticed it was from an app called Grindr.
Oh no.
I thought it was going to be about adoption.
I was worried it was going this way because she mentioned that he was in touch with his feminine side.
Whoa. Oh, I thought it was going to be. And for the first time ever, I went into his phone whilst he was asleep next to me. And to my horror, I saw absolutely everything in all caps. Wow. The messages, the pictures, and his whole profile. I honestly couldn't believe what I was seeing, and my heart absolutely froze. I saw messages where he had met up with a man, and then I couldn't take it anymore, so I put the phone down and just laid there not being able to process it. When he woke up, I decided to ask him about it, and he had told me that yes, he had met up with a man twice, and they had kissed both times. He also told me that it didn't mean anything, but he had come to terms with the fact that he actually was bisexual and that he wanted to be with me and was happy with me and our life together and still wanting to adopt a child with me. I decided to move forward with him from this, based off of this, the basis that he now knew he was in terms of his sexuality. So she'd be like, okay, you realize now that you're bisexual. Mm. The only reason I decided this was that he had a lot of trauma growing up from his parents splitting up. And when he was younger, he had a very weird relationship with his dad. So I think he couldn't be his true, authentic self with him around. Mm. We then spent the next year rebuilding our relationship and trust, which was working really well. Like, I genuinely believed he was sorry and wanting to rebuild trust. Alongside this, we were now fully in the adoption process, which took nearly a year of really full-on scrutiny of our lives and finances. And we even had to have medicals done and have weekly social worker sessions, which together and on a few occasions separate, as required by them. We sailed through, and eventually we were matched with a little boy on October 2021. I've heard the adoption process is really, really long and arduous and is not easy. Mm. So they were matched with a boy in October 2021. The process from there was fast, and after doing careful transitions, our little boy came home in February 2022 at 21 months old. Wow. There were some legalities after this, which means his adoption wasn't finalized until September 2022. But we were finally a family, and we really felt connected as a family. I was now on leave from work and bedding down a routine of being a new mom, and Ollie was working hard for us all to be supported. A few months later, Ollie was offered a new job, which he expected this and gave us even more flexibility as a family. Over the next few months, I caught him on the Grindr app again a few times, with his reasonings being that he was just talking to like-minded people. And again, I forgave him because with myself not being in the LGBT community, I wanted to give him that space. That's hard. I eventually returned to work, and Ollie decided, without discussion, to accept another position in a further store away, and this did cause issues for us. We didn't see each other as much, and as time went on, I noticed little things such as he would be late home and just started acting weird. Eventually, he took a position back up in the original store he was in, and things settled down again. But there's definitely still some weird things going on. Eventually, he stepped down to a lower position within the store as he couldn't cope, but I supported him all the way. On October 2023, Ollie's dad passed away after a short battle with cancer. This was an extremely sad time, and Ollie had a lot of emotions running that were complex, especially due to the relationship he had with him. His siblings had a different relationship with their dad. Better, but not what you would call healthy. But they were still closer nonetheless. And yet Ollie supported them as much as he could given their different relationship with him. Ollie's dad had left him and his two siblings some money, which we were extremely grateful for. It would enable us to make some real changes to our lives and put some money back for our little boy. The money would come in two parts, money directly from his bank accounts and then money from the sale of the house. We got the money from his bank accounts February 2024 and decided to use some of it to book a holiday to Portugal. We were so excited, and it would be the first time with our little boy that we've been abroad. We booked it for the last week of May, which was a week after our little boy's 4th birthday, and we would come back the day before my cousin was due to get married on June 1st. Leading up to the holiday, my nan, who owns a 3-bed house that she rents near to us, that's even closer to what would be our little boy's school, decided she wanted to sell it and offered us the chance to buy it. With some extra money coming in after Ollie's dad's house sold, it made sense, and it seemed like a natural progression for us as a family, and would be ideal for us to adopt again, given the extra room. We decided to wait until we got back from Portugal to start the process of buying from her. The holiday was absolutely amazing and everything I could have asked for. Heat, fun, a lot of drinks with my gorgeous little family. We spent the last evening with the sunset on the balcony of our room while our little boy slept, and we talked about how we were excited to move and start to look for another little one for our family. It was so lovely. We arrived back home on the Friday and immediately switched out bags to go to my cousin's wedding on Saturday, which was lovely. We spent the night at the wedding venue and the next morning decided to stop off with family at the local garden center before heading home. Whilst eating lunch, Ollie mentioned that his work friend called Joe had been assaulted at his home. I hadn't heard of a Joe at his work before, but said that was absolutely horrible for him. That was as far as the conversation went, and we headed home. As soon as we got through the door, Ollie said he was going to go meet Joe for a drink as he wanted to support, and he went off. A few hours went by. I tried getting in contact with him to sort out dinner, etc., and he said he couldn't answer as the pub was loud. He was acting very weird, and I told him we needed to speak when he got home. Something just felt off to me. When he got home, I said he was acting weird for the first time since he cheated on me. I told him I believed that he'd met up with someone. He denied it, but then he said he didn't love me anymore and that he was gay. He
right then and there.
Yep.
After they just got back from Portugal and they're talking about adopting again.
And he denied meeting up with someone and having an affair. But with that said, but actually, I don't love you anymore. And I'm not bisexual. I'm gay.
Oh, no.
He packed his bag and right after they were talking about the house and the second kid. He packed his bag and was out of the door, leaving our little boy asleep in his bed and me absolutely losing my mind over what had just happened.
No.
He came back the next morning to collect his stuff and already had his ring off.
That's so fast.
And with that, it's been one thing after another. He applied for divorce 4 months after he left.
Whoa.
Turns out he was seeing someone for quite some time and was basically just waiting for his dad to pass so he didn't have to tell his dad he was gay, and then he could use the money to start fresh.
Oh, hate that. Okay.
To say it's taken a lot of work for me to even feel remotely human again is an understatement. And doing this whilst trying to be the best mom I can to my little boy is something I wouldn't wish on anyone. I just can't believe less than 48 hours before he left me, he was telling me he loved me and we were planning more of our future together. There's a lot more sort of depth to these moments above, but this is all a very quick breakdown. Hope you can find a quick time to read. Thanks again.
Oh my gosh.
Jess. And then it ends like that. Yeah.
Oh, Jess, can we please have an update?
It's been almost a year, so I really, really need...
We're so sorry it's taken us so long to read this. We would absolutely love an update from you. I'm sure it took so long to even just write all of that.
That was a lot.
But if you have any sort of update on how you're doing,
the divorce,
how is co-parenting going? Are you guys on speaking terms? Are you dating? How is your mental health? How is your son?
No wonder she was following Kimberly too, because that was the guest we interviewed. If you guys remember, her husband had left her right after the birth of their second child. And it was also kind of blind. It wasn't the same, they found out they were gay, but it was blindsided.
And it's so hard because we can't sit here and say oh, we wish he would have stayed with you and continued to live a lie if that's not how he was authentically feeling. But it's just a lose-lose. It's a lose-lose because you just end up completely blindsided and left and now going through this divorce and you've lost the person you thought you knew and you didn't know him.
And then to feel okay, how much of that was...
Right. Was it performative? Yeah. I'm also wondering candidly about your sex life. How... Yeah.
Was it existent? Or
yes. Oh my gosh.
I have to imagine he loved her
Yeah.
I would absolutely think that to be true.
Yeah.
But to kind of have this realization of like, yeah, this isn't my sexuality. Like,
and he ripped the Band-Aid off in like kind of just a very harsh way. I mean, there's really no good way to do it, I guess, but
realizing that you are gay in a straight marriage has got to be a very difficult thing, and that there's not an easy way, I would think, to tell your partner that. He was lying about an affair. He waited till his dad died. He took them. I mean, like, that is just like salt on the wound.
Yeah. Yeah. There was some pre-planning and like things going on there that served him and did not serve her or their son. So Jess, we're really sorry to hear this story. This is a heartbreaking story.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I commend you for doing everything that you possibly could. And you were, from what I heard, so understanding about his journey to like discovering his sexuality.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, very like compassionate way to handle your husband, like talking to other men.
Yeah.
That's really, really hard. And I know that, whether, you decide like it's just you and your son, or you start dating again, you're going to find your happiness and your right path. And I'm really sorry, because that was such an insane betrayal.
That caught me off guard.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a suspicion maybe it was going to go there from her mentioning the feminine side early on, but I was like, oh no, it seems so good. I hope that's not the case.
It's the kind of future guest I'd love to have on, because I've seen reels and whatnot about like realizing I'm gay in my marriage, or the other way around. And I think it's a good kind of topic to talk about, because back to the parent dying, the dad, of
totally
not being able to be your authentic self your whole life, and what that ends up, how that tears families apart.
Yeah.
Down the line.
And we've covered, the topic of like discovering your sexuality, like having a Chris on and stuff.
Sure,
but within a marriage is like a whole new set of wounds and things to navigate, which is crazy. So yeah, for sure. I would love to have a guest on that has been through that. And it feels in some ways like we have, because we just read your story. So thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, we're honored that you felt like we were a safe place to share that. So
we want an update.
Yes, please send an update whenever you have time. We would seriously love to hear that. And also, again, if you're listening and you have a story that you want us to read, please send it to thetraumedyshow.pod@gmail.com. We love to hear from you guys. And it really helps other people to hear these stories who have been through similar things. So
I loved reading a trauma bonding though.
Yeah.
It gets back to like
it's been too long.
The root of the podcast. Our lives have just been going better.
We're just doing a little better these days.
We just don't have as much.
Besides the drinking, like everything's going
what
great.
I didn't talk about?
What?
In terms of tiny trauma, this is a full... I ran into the guy who ghosted me at the gym.
Oh my God. We should talk about that next episode.
We'll talk about it next time. But I was like, I don't have any crazy...
James.
Yeah, it was James. I was like, I don't have any dating stories that are terrible. And I'm like, oh yeah.
Actually, you do.
Oh, it was so bad. Okay, yeah. We'll talk about that next time.
Yeah.
Okay, well, stay tuned.
Teaser.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Thelonious? I think we'll wrap.
I think so.
Okay. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. It really helps us fight the bodyguards bots. Still running rampant on Spotify, but Apple too.
Yeah.
Super helpful. And follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the.traumedy.show, so that as soon as we post Lord Farquaad's eligible bachelorette party, you'll be the first to see it.
Hell yeah.
All right. Bye.
Goodbye.